What is up, everybody? We are live here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I am your host, as always, Richard T. Yule, aka at Nerdy Laser on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And we are here for something to marvel at, where me and my co-host, Mr. Matt Henry. Hold on.
It'd be this.
Matt Henry.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? This is where we talk about and maybe crap all over Marvel characters, right?
Yeah, so I just want to make sure everyone knows this is not endorsed by Disney whatsoever. Because I'm probably going to say some inappropriate stuff. So,
and I don't want people being like, actually, this is not an obscure character. We know this character.
Yeah. She was in Marvel issue 7.
This is our thing just to have fun, honestly, guys. We've been doing something to marvel at for, not really almost a year, but we've been doing it for about half a year. So about 6 months in, we did it for our premium feed for Nerdy Laser, which is our main show. So you can follow me at Nerdy Laser. And you can get all the info there. Nerdy Laser is available on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and all that fun stuff. Spotify is where Mr. Matthew Henry watches his or listens to his podcast. So we're trying out the streaming thing, and we figured what better way to do it than this something to marvel at. We're doing a character called Mayhem tonight. That sounds cool. We're new to the streaming thing, so I haven't figured out how to put the picture on the screen yet, but eventually we probably will. I'm hoping to do this weekly. I think it's fun. We might narrow a time down. It may be a morning show. Who knows? But we're going to, if this goes good, I'm going to kidnap Matt Henry and make him do something.
You're gonna. I'm gonna kidnap you and make you do something. That's great. You're gonna take me into your dungeon, which you do have a dungeon.
That's true. We have quote unquote the murder room.
Yes. The door that opens up for it to be a garage is just big enough for a Model T.
Have you seen the downstairs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, not many people see the downstairs because there's not much to it other than a murder room. We are live, so if you are watching this live, you can actually, which I saw, we just had somebody, and then they left. But it's okay. We're not doing anything yet. But anyway, we can take comments, Matt, and I can put them on the screen. So this is a really cool thing. Hopefully, people will dig it. So this is the Handy Dandy Marvel Handbook Volume 2. This is the new one. We're digging out of the new one, Matt.
Nice. Okay. Volume 2. Let's do it.
I like it. But yeah, we don't take these very serious, and I don't know how. Are we allowed to be vulgar on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch? Okay, good.
Yeah. Listen, I
these are
a video. Listen, they showed the insurgents. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna learn about Mayhem. So Mayhem's real name, and I want you to describe the picture to people before we go on.
Ooh,
I sent you the picture. This is the old school picture. It's the one out of the book. So describe what people are gonna see.
A really angry school teacher, a really upset, a pissed off school teacher. Like a thin art teacher who went to college to actually do something with her life and then became an art teacher for like a 5th grade class. That's Mayhem. That's what Mayhem looks like.
How'd she get the name?
I don't know. She killed a few children.
Gosh,
in her 5th grade class, she killed a few children in her 5th grade class, and some reporter was like, "This is Mayhem. This is."
And she's like, "Yes, yes.
I drink the blood of children. I like Elizabeth Bathory.
We don't.
I'm just."
Well, that's a fascinating. I was so fascinated by Elizabeth Bathory for a long time.
I'm
It,
surprised you know about Elizabeth Bathory.
you know why I do?
Hostel 2?
No, before that, but that I mean that is what they were going for in that. But no, our friends, and I used to have it, and I don't anymore, and it pisses me off. But our friends at Todd McFarlane did the Elizabeth Bathory figure.
Is she in a bathtub?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, she's in a bathtub, and there's a nipple variant that I had. But
Why'd you get rid of all this stuff?
I mean, I get rid of everything.
Richard, next time you get a nipple variant, don't let it go. Okay?
Don't let the nipple variant go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Mayhem's real name is Bridget O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah. Art school teacher, no doubt.
Well, her occupation is she's a former police detective, but now a vigilante.
So it's kind of like a Batman thing.
Maybe.
But she looks like the female interpretation of like the Joker mixed with the Riddler. Like if those two things, if they had sex with each other.
Whoa. And
one of them
produced.
could give birth. Which one do you think would be the one that could produce?
Riddler.
It would have to be the Riddler.
Yeah.
Because then the gender reveal party would just be one big riddle.
All right. So the public is unaware of O'Reilly's existence as Mayhem.
She has no mask.
I mean, maybe her normal face though is like not scary school teacher.
Less off.
Yeah. She's a citizen of the United States with no criminal record. She's believed dead. All right. She has no other aliases.
Of what?
I don't know. We might find out.
Okay.
We have no idea where she was born at. She's single because she's scary. She has no known relatives. She is an ally of Cloak and Dagger. Have you heard of them?
As like the actual conspiracy theory, like there's an actual government group, I think, called Cloak and Dagger. It's like they're mixing with like the Bilderberg group and all that other
Build-A-Bear? Build-A-Bear is a government conspiracy.
The Build-A-Bear. Every year the Build-A-Bears hold a retreat at the Build-A-Bear Island. And they build a baby, and then they burn that baby. And Alex Jones snuck up on him.
So Cloak and Dagger. Well, no, I mean it's probably a takeoff that, but I don't really know much about them. But they do have they had a freeform show, in that channel that is like not our target. We are not their target audience.
Wait, are you talking about the show that Riverdale comes on?
No, the station. No, Freeform. It's it used to be ABC Family.
Speak for yourself. I love that show.
Which one, Riverdale?
Yes.
Okay.
My wife and I do like Riverdale.
I saw the first season. I saw the first season. Yeah.
It gets big. It gets good, and then it gets really bad. And then it can, like most shows.
Yeah. So we're talking about Mayhem for people that just joined in. The base of operations is New York City, like every other Marvel character.
Someone needs to get a hold of Stan Lee because we need some diversity. Does anybody have his number?
Don't do that. Don't.
What?
For first appearance as O'Reilly. Cloak and Dagger Volume 1, Number 1. But as Mayhem, Cloak and Dagger Volume 2, Number 5. So we got two different origins here. Are you ready to hear the history?
Sure. Shoot.
Bridget O'Reilly was a police detective in Manhattan's 21st precinct.
Already a bad guy.
She learned that
Already
two.
And today, already a bad guy.
She learned that two strange vigilantes were attacking pimps and pornographers.
So, two good guys
and drug pushers in her precinct.
She found out that a vigilante was attacking druggies, pimps, and pedophiles. And killing them.
You made that up. You made pedophiles up. It does not say that.
Well, listen. Why are you going to put pornographers in the same vein as druggies and pimps? Pornography is not an illegal business. Depending, if it's like a Serbian film, then it's illegal.
God. Finally, she saw the two vigilantes, Cloak and Dagger, fighting chicken hawks. fighting
chicken knots?
No, chicken hawks.
Don knots?
Chicken hawks in parentheses.
I just imagine Don Knotts. I'm trying to sell some girls there. Get out of here, Cloak and Dagger.
Who knew you had a Don Knotts impression? Right? Your wife, you should try that impression on your wife tonight. Okay, so we're going back to the chicken hawks who had gathered together a number of runaway children they intended to exploit. What just happened? Stop taking it.
That was right. That was right all along.
You were right. You were right.
Woo,
you were right.
This in a Marvel comic book. Jesus
this
Christ.
Is, I know, this is crazy. Okay, in the course of the battle, one of the children was killed by a stray bullet. Although neither Cloak nor Dagger had fired the shot, O'Reilly blamed them for the boy's death, claiming she could have saved him if not for their interference. She was now determined to capture Cloak and Dagger, but they teleported away.
Teleportation's a bitch. Ask Matt Hardy. He stopped doing it months ago.
Later, Cloak and Dagger came to O'Reilly to seek her help in tracking down Dwayne Hellman.
I just envisioned them walking in because they have to be wearing some kind of getup, I'm assuming. And and then they're like, "Hey, I'm Cloak. I'm Dagger." And then
I'm Don Knotts.
I'm Don Knotts trying to push the powder on the side of the road.
Okay, I'm reading out of the volume 2 for people that just joined us. Volume 2, handy dandy official Marvel handbook. All right, so Dwayne Hellman, who was poisoning aspirin used by children.
My Jesus Christ! This whole thing has gotten so dark, way darker than you even thought that I was intending it to be. Then all of a sudden, I'm right. We got human trafficking. Then they're doing the thing. So you've heard of the story about like always check your candy, right? Because poison.
Yeah,
you know the true story, right?
No.
Okay. Dad poisoned his own son's pixie stick. That's what that comes from.
Jesus.
So he can get the insurance money off of his kids. So
God.
All of that spurns from that. And this just reminds me of how dangerous it is to buy over-the-counter products, really.
I take melatonin, and I just got live TV, right? What do people do on live TV when they have to sneeze? They just don't, and they fart.
They just go.
I don't. I let it rip. I'm like, bleh!
You know what happens when they're on live TV and they can't sneeze?
What?
You remember what happened to Jerry Lawler a few years ago?
What? When he had a
tried
heart
to
attack?
Sneeze and then he had a heart attack.
Oh,
They made him hold it in.
That's not true.
You don't know.
Anyway, back to my story. I take melatonin, and they've apparently switched up the recipe or whatever, and you have you have like 0.5 seconds to get that down without it melting in your mouth, and you know how disgusting that tastes when the medicine starts melting. Yucky. Okay, back to
but I mean, I used to drink bottles of Robitussin, so
who knows? So back to poisoning aspirin used by children. O'Reilly cooperated but was appalled when Cloak swallowed Hellman up in the darkness within his cave. You get in here.
Welcome to my darkness. He said, fell into the sunken place.
Yeah. But that sent him to another dimension.
The sunken place, yes.
It's before the upside down.
This is yeah.
O'Reilly decided to bring Cloak and Dagger to justice, but later decided against arresting them when Cloak gave up Hellman to her. After Cloak and Dagger told her their origin, she resolved to trouble them no longer.
Yeah. She was like, oh, now that I know who you are, where you came from, and what you do.
It's fine.
It's all good.
Later, O'Reilly and other police officers investigated a warehouse allegedly containing millions of dollars of illegal drugs.
Mm-hmm. All standard New York fare.
Yeah. The warehouse belonged to Marshall Pharmaceuticals, formerly owned by Simon Powers.
Austin Powers' brother.
Yes, okay. Exactly. That's what it says in parentheses. In the warehouse, O'Reilly's and the others were entrapped by corrupt policemen, including Roger Falcone, who were in league with the Magia family, smuggling the drugs.
We got like mobsters here, right?
Yeah, well, it's New York.
It's that era of mobsters. So I'm envisioning when a lot of these people get caught, they're going to Alcatraz, right?
I guess. I don't.
Okay,
was Alcatraz around?
I'm sure. Get me off this rock. That's Alcatraz.
The four captives were exposed to a gas created by Marshall in order to asphyxiate them. Furious at Falcone, O'Reilly said if she could escape, she would not wait for a judge and jury, but punish him herself.
We're one county apart, and I'm about to expose you to my gas.
She said, oh, here it gets good. She said, the mayhem I'd cause would purify the whole department of your kind.
So these are like bad guy cops. And she's like the one good guy who wants to purify it in mayhem. So she's wanting to baptize these guys in fire.
Yeah.
She's going to baptize them in a river of fire. Let's do it.
Her three fellow captives died due to the gas. But Cloak and Dagger found O'Reilly near death. To protect O'Reilly, Cloak surrounded her and Dagger with his darkness. And Dagger
where she went to another dimension, became an art school teacher, got really pissed off, went into early menopause, which is what the picture you showed me looks like. A woman in her early menopause. Just like, where's the fucking cookies?
I need chocolate now.
I need chocolate. I need chocolate sex right now.
And Dagger tried to revive her with her living light. But O'Reilly died, only to rise alive but transform into the being calling herself Mayhem. Mayhem aided Cloak and Dagger in Cloak and Dagger in
that
fighting.
Whole sentence went left. It was.
It's hard. It's hard. Words
you're
hard.
reading out of a book.
I know. In fighting Falcone and his two accomplices. It's all off the damn rails, man. What the hell? Okay, here we go. Mayhem has allied herself with cloak and dagger in hunting down dealers in illegal drugs. Mayhem is herself now a vigilante, showing no mercy to the criminals she pursues.
You know, she's focusing on the drug dealers and the mobsters. It seems like she should be focusing on the human traffickers and the pedophiles, which were littered within the city at the beginning of this story. I'm sure they're still there. It's just she's like, we're going to give them a break. We're going to give them a minute so they can be 3 steps forward. We need to take care of the weed guys.
She doesn't care about them anymore.
About the weed guys?
Yeah. Okay, her height is 5'4", so she's little. Weight is 120, and her eyes, as O'Reilly, are green, but when she's Mayhem, they're red.
Did they shoot lasers? Are they Kano style? Like
no. Her hair also does the exact same thing. As an ordinary human being, Bridget O'Reilly had the normal human strength of a woman of her age, height, and weight.
So who engaged?
Wait. Who engaged in moderate, regular exercise.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mayhem's level of strength is as yet undetermined.
So that means it's more than what it was before.
Yeah. Here's her known superpowers. Mayhem exudes a green venomous gas from her pores that
and
tends
yells
to
at you about the laundry you left on the floor.
Damn it, Roger! I'm not doing the dishes again.
Red eyes and hair just bursting out. Pick up your goddamn socks.
That's good. If this gas enters another person's bloodstream, it will paralyze the person for an unknown amount of time.
So literally when you're around her, if she's pissed off, you get the bends. You get the bends.
Yeah. Hence, Mayhem attacks people by raking their skin with her talon-like fingernails so that the gas will enter their bloodstreams.
I just envisioned them turning to run away, and she's just like, back rake.
Yeah. Possibly some of her victims could be paralyzed for life due to the gas's effects.
Oh my God, that's a little excessive. What if they're reformed on Alcatraz?
The gas can also act like a truth serum, forcing a victim of Mayhem to tell her the truth.
Cool.
Daggers, light knives, we'll have to read about them, dissipate upon contact with this gas. Mayhem can...
Why does he sound like Super Jesus? Why does Dagger...
I don't know if Dagger
sound like Super Jesus.
I don't know if Dagger's a girl or a boy. I mean, I don't classify.
We don't know if Jesus was a girl or a boy. We just don't.
I don't know how to say this word. Kim Basinger? No, I'm just. It's my favorite Family Guy quote ever.
That's good. That's good.
Mayhem can elevate herself and fly through unknown means. Her top speed is as yet unknown.
So fast. She can fly.
Since Mayhem technically died, it is possible that her body functions differently now in other ways than those listed above.
Like she consumes human flesh. She gets really angry when she's hungry. Half vampire, half zombie.
That's what she looks like.
Yeah, it is. She looks like one of the zombies from the Return of the Living Dead franchise. Not the
for sure. Yeah.
More like the naked chick in the graveyard.
I know it's not professional. I don't care. Can you see her?
This is 100% like a villain.
Oh, wait, that's wrong way.
Hold on. Wrong way. Oh, yeah. There she is. Okay. Very much so like a zombie. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, like the black, make the
Look at
stuff just
her.
across the eye spot. Who is that? She's
It's,
hair.
it's Medusa.
But she has regular
Medusa.
hair.
But it's long. It's long. She was in the Inhumans TV show that didn't last long.
So she comes out to Willow's music that I whip my hair back and forth or whatever.
Probably. Okay, one last line. Exactly what those differences are remains to be seen. So I should have read that with the other line.
Nice.
So, what'd you think about Mayhem?
I like Mayhem. She's an angry menopausal zombie.
We didn't even make a reference of the guy Mayhem. Remember, the commercial, the insurance commercial, Mayhem guy.
No.
He's like the guy. He's like, I'm the squirrel that sits on your dead tree and then it falls through the car or whatever.
Is that J.K. Simmons from Whiplash?
No, that's the other one.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
sure.
So yeah, that was our first something to marvel at on the social media, and that was fun. Hopefully, we can use this for the podcast too. You can follow something to marvel at. That's something to marvel at, the number 2, on all your podcasting stuff. We're on Anchor and all that. So yeah, follow those things. I'm probably going to make it have its own social media soon, but I don't want to. But,
yeah, follow those things.
Yeah, follow me, and you'll lead the way into all the things that I do. But we do Nerdy Laser every week, Matt. Tell them about Nerdy Laser.
So we just got done last month doing the March of the Monsters. April has been Chaos Kids. I guess that's what I.
Oh, we should have. Yeah, we should have called.
Yeah, Chaos Kids. So like Problem Child, and then we did Baby's Day Out, and then we're going to kind of cap that off with Look Who's Talking. We took a break to talk about the very horrible Mortal Kombat. We'll be dropping that podcast very soon.
Yeah, it drops on Friday.
Friday.
It drops on Friday. Yeah.
So Friday. I'm going to gain my interlaced spaghetti armor. that the main. I want like his armor looked like interlaced.
It's awful.
Like lasagna, linked in and out of itself.
It's just terrible.
It's bad.
So anyway, whatever. You can not agree with us, but it is an entertaining episode, especially if you didn't like the movie. It drops on Friday, Baby's Day Out, which is the podcast talking about it is way better than the movie. It drops tomorrow, and then we just dropped our Deep Red live podcast on Monday. So it's been a big week over on the Nerdy Laser feed, so I hope that doesn't overwhelm you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. And we're doing Horror Express live in Maryville, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's going to be next month, the 22nd, I think. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. We're building up to some big events going into the summer, a few ideas that are popping up. That haven't been solidified yet, but we're working on that. And then once the summer goes through, then we're headed into the fall, which is always a busy time as we usually tend to team up with the Knoxville Horror Film Festival and just in and out everything. We're doing some other stuff with Central Cinema. We're going to reschedule the Cannibal Holocaust event. Just on and on and on. Too much stuff really going on, Richard. You know what?
There's a lot. We're busy.
I can't handle this anymore.
I also do the Crossfire podcast. That's Cross with a K, and that's for KFW Crossfire Wrestling out of Sevierville, Tennessee, and we are doing an event May 14th at the Bird in the Book in Maryville. So just follow at Nerdy Laser, and you'll get all that information throughout my feed. You can go to the Facebook group page, which is where this is airing live. We're also on YouTube and all that other stuff. So hopefully this is going to be a thing. Comment below. Let us know if you want to see this weekly live on Facebook and a video, or even if it's not live when you watch it, on YouTube or whatever. And I think we can make that happen. I mean,
think
I don't
so.
see why
I
not.
figured out why I'm so dark. I've made my room. I've painted my room black. Because
Why
of the
did you
new.
do that?
Well, because I got this gigantic new TV.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, so I wanted it to feel more like a theater room. And
It
what
looks
theaters
cool.
have white walls?
That's true.
Because the
I mean,
light
it's better.
reflects off the screen, and so on and so on.
I mean, it's better than my backdrop. I try to make it look cool, but you see who hangs out with me?
Oh, he has risen, the new Messiah. Yes, the new Messiah. Yes.
That is a Podcasticon joke. And speaking of Podcasticon, you can go to @Podcasticon on Instagram and Twitter. We are doing Blockbuster, a one-day all audio movie convention, pop culture convention, whatever you want to call it. We're doing that July 3rd. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people are messaging me and getting in on this, so it's really cool to have the help and have people be excited about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking the summer blockbusters of Spielberg minus Jaws. Okay, there's gonna be a whole nother episode
because
about
Jaws sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just
Blasphemy,
kidding.
sir.
I'm just kidding.
No, Jaws is the first summer blockbuster of all time, so it deserves its own podcast. I'm going to be talking about E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, Schindler's List.
Why not?
I mean, it's a summer. No, never mind. I'm sorry. Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private
So,
Ryan is one of them.
Gosh, I still haven't watched that movie.
Really?
I watched like the first 15 minutes, and I don't know what. I don't know what.
The most intense part.
I mean, I don't know what. I was just like, I don't think I need to see this anymore.
I mean, it slows down considerably.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing lots of cool things. We have a lot of fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you next time we do this.
Yeah, and keep it marvelous.
Because Spider-Man said so.
That's it.